bad on the spectrum?
100%.
Yeah,
I'm
undiagnosed.
ADHD. What are you?
I feel like
I reckon, yeah.
I feel like everyone is, but what are you?
I feel like when you choose the path we've chosen, you almost like put
delusion,
yourself
yeah,
on that spectrum. Like it actually takes somebody crazy.
I always say
to
that.
think you can achieve the things that we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, no fact. Pretty much every trader I've met, successful trader, is on the spectrum.
There's so many levels of trading that you can actually get to, whereas like some businesses, you get to the highest point and it's like, what's next?
Trading makes grown men cry.
You know, there's a statistic in trading. 90% of traders give up trading in 90 days because of how many losses they take.
Can like anyone become a trader?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not.
They both laugh.
Welcome back to the best flipping show on YouTube, and this is the Unplug podcast. And if you're joining us for the first time because you live underneath a rock, we are the Unplug podcast, and we're all about helping people unplug from societal norms. Right? We're here to help people unplug from the matrix so they can live life on their own terms.
We are for the entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
We are for the solopreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you tired of living life on the default path? Because if you are, lock in. We're going to help you go to the next level.
Okay. So, guys, this is a very, very special episode. There's a lot of estrogen in the building right now, right? So it's a very, very different episode right now. We've got two lovely guests that are blessed us with their presence. I'm sure you're probably seeing them right now. We've got a super, super special set of guests with us. We've got the co-hosts of the Rise Collective, Mads and Katie.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome, ladies.
For the special edition.
How
That
are we?
was such a good intro, guys.
Yeah?
I know.
I love that.
Putting us to shame.
Thank you.
I know, yeah. Had a bit of practice. So, Lise, how have we been? How's our week been so far? It's Friday.
Really good. I've had a great week, me.
Okay.
Don't know about you.
Mine hasn't been that great. I'm not gonna lie. I have got a bit of a cold, so if I sneeze through this episode, don't mind me. I'm making it through.
We'll
Bless you 1,000 times.
We'll
I don't have to bless you again.
And do you know
Thank
what? I
you.
will say, she would have cancelled today, but because we're making an appearance on your pod, she couldn't cancel.
So-
I made
so
the 3-hour
blessed.
journey.
I appreciate
that.
for you
Appreciate
guys.
Well, you're
that.
coming from Upsa. You're coming from
Birmingham, Dudley.
Came from today.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Like,
that's dedication.
literally, as I pulled up.
Dedication. Love that.
I love that.
Cool, guys. So people are probably thinking, okay, two lovely ladies on the sofa. Who are they?
Mm.
And what do they do? And why are they on the Unplugged podcast? So
Please.
can you just tell us a little bit about yourselves, who you are, what you do?
Please.
I'm Katie. I'll speak to the camera. I'm Katie. I am a trader. I would say forex trader, but I'm now an indices trader. And I'm also a content creator. I also do YouTube. And obviously, we have the business Rise Collective together.
I'm Mads. I'm going to talk to you guys because I thought because we're just the camera. But yeah, I'm a forex trader, content creator, and I also host a podcast, obviously Rise Collective. But then I also do a forex podcast with a firm called Equity Edge.
Okay. Forex. Quick one. What is Forex for those? Because again, people are just like, I've always heard of Forex. So what is Forex if you used to sort of sum it up?
So forex is short for foreign exchange.
Okay.
So essentially, forex, we are trading currencies. So currency pairs, to be specific. So I predominantly trade GBP USD, which is obviously pound versus US dollar.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just literally reading a chart.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the same as like a stock chart, crypto chart, and work out whether we're going to buy or sell. Is it going up? Is it going down? What's the economy looking like in each country? But yeah, mostly based upon analysing a chart.
Okay. No, nice.
Question. So people are probably asking, why did you get into forex? Out of all the things you could have got into, why pick forex trading?
Well, I'll go first because I feel like mine's so easy, whereas yours was like a longer time ago. So yours is a bit more difficult. Me, I was an eyelash technician.
Oh, wow.
COVID hit. Can't have clients in your house apart from the sneaky ones, I don't believe in COVID.
AKA us.
And anyway,
yeah, and then I was like, how to make money from home. Forex. Lost so much money from my savings account trying to throw money in and gamble it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, long story short, I actually took a course, like a proper course, not a scamming course. There's a lot of them out there.
Okay.
Beware.
Okay.
And 5.5 years later, I'm here, profitable and still go through ups and downs, but
course.
profitable.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is a little bit different. So when I was 17, I was introduced to network marketing. It was a company called Vima. It was like an energy drink. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It was massive at the time. But I started when I was supposed to be 18, but I was like so eager, I just wanted to get into business. Did it when I was 17 and then made absolutely no money in that. But I met someone who was getting into forex. So I think at the time there was this group called 187 Mob in London, and they were basically showcasing trading. So I was like, I'm hearing about this a lot now. So my friend told me that there was this event in Birmingham. Looked at these guys. They was driving this like blue Maserati. I was like, I want that.
Like you.
I want to be rich, and forex seemed like a great way to get rich. 11 years later, I'm still not rich, but you know, we're making it. But yeah, so got into it 11 years ago. Started out with a course from the guys that of the original event I went to. Couldn't afford to do their course, so I bought the course book off my friend for like £100. He paid the £2,000.
Real hustler.
I paid the £100. I was in college at the time. Like I was broke, but I just knew I wanted to be rich. So self-taught myself for the majority, and then I got pregnant in 2018. I just started my master's degree, and I was like, hey, I'm not trying to work for no one else. So I was like, I've always had forex on the back burner. So yeah, just went fully balls deep into forex and crypto at the time. And yeah, a lot of money lost later, a lot of experiences, but also a lot of money made now. Yeah, we're here.
I want to add as well, because you just light bulb my moment. Have you ever heard of Hyperverse or like IML Academy?
IMO.
I was in IML for
What?
3 months.
2,000, 3,000.
What do you mean?
You know, like it's like P100.
Oh yeah, there's different positions. It's like the pyramid scheme, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually coming through IML, and I was paying $250 a month for 3 months, losing all my money, and then I bought a proper course.
Okay. Question. I know you got a question afterwards. Most people, when they started to lose money or lost money, would have given up. What made you keep going?
You know, there's a statistic in trading. 90% of traders give up trading in 90 days because of how many losses they take.
90 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to answer your question, I knew that there was truth in this scam that I was going through. And I made it.
Wow.
Love that.
I love that. I think my sort of question is, you know, and I want to get a bit controversial maybe, right? Trading is a heavily like I see anyway, like a male sort of like dominated kind of industry. There's not a lot of especially maybe Maz, when you started, I can't imagine there were a lot of ladies doing it. If you might have been the first, I don't know. Not putting it out there. I don't know if that's that. Don't wiki me, right? But what sort of prompted you both, right? And you guys can sort of take your turns in answering. What sort of prompted you both to not only enter a very sort of like risky industry, number one, and number two, a very sort of male-dominated industry where you might not have sort of like-minded or fellow sort of females to kind of like support and, you know, help you guys?
I think at the time for me, like you're right, there weren't many women. The particular course that I did, there was one girl that was like running with them, but noticed that there was always kind of that token girl that they had and kind of just interchanged. But I think, to be honest, I stayed in it for so long just out of pure ego. Like, I've been, for the last like 10 years, up until like probably this year, I've been very ego driven of like, I want to be that female that's made it in the male dominated industry. Like, I want to be her. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of what's kept me going. Also, probably a level of neurodivergence. If I have an idea and a goal, I'm not going to stop until I get it, no matter how, I suppose, psychotic it is, because it's kind of like in the beginning you are doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same result, and it's like something kind of has to change somewhere. But yeah, I would say a level of ego, neurodivergence, and a little bit of psychotic, I would say.
Okay.
I love that. To add to that as well, quickly, I think because I have a lot of masculine energy, it works. So I'm a single parent. Her dad's around, but I'm pretty much doing everything myself. I feel like the gym, I'm a gym girl as well. The gym's very much more masculine because you're lifting weights. You shouldn't be lifting weights. You're a female, you're cute, you're a princess, you know what I mean? And I just do everything myself. Like, I make the money, I bring the money home. And for me, it's like there's so many levels of trading that you can actually get to. Whereas like some businesses, you get to the highest point and it's like, what's next? Whereas it's like you can make money and you can continue to make more money, but then you can also funnel it into so many different avenues as well.
Within trading.
Yeah, like you could go and start property. You can go and start a
as in
different
other
business.
businesses. Sorry,
As in
yeah.
diversifying
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So you both have children, right? And I think we had someone on a previous episode who also had children. And obviously, you know, you're a single mom. Raising children is not easy. It's very difficult. They're very demanding. They need you to nurture them and kind of be there. How do you juggle having children and doing what you do?
I always say, imagine if I worked a 9 to 5.
Mm.
If I worked a 9 to 5, like sometimes I sit down, sometimes I try to fathom how it would work. How do I get the kids to school before 9 a.m. for me to get to work for 9 a.m. and then I've got to work till 5. My kids after school club finishes at 5. So how is the logistics working in that? So as much as being an entrepreneur, being a trader, it is a juggle, but at the same time, I get to experience every single moment with my kids. So the days that are hard, like summer. I hate summer because it just completely throws me off. But it could be so much worse. Like I get to experience every single moment. Some days I might not sleep, but I would take that rather than having to work a 9 to 5 and ask someone if I can go to my kids' like praise assembly or something. Like
I agree.
that doesn't make sense.
It's hard though. Like she's made it sound like it's amazing, and but it's hard. Like you
No,
said, summer
it
holidays, it's hard. But also like if you've got a trade on and it's time to pick up the kids, you need to realistically, like I do place a trade and leave it, but I want to be also managing that trade and trying to like be there full time for a child when you're the only parent present at all times. It's difficult.
It is.
Would you say trading is for everyone? Can like anyone become a trader?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not.
They both laugh.
No.
That probably
Because
counts
we're
me
mad.
out. That
We're
counts
mad.
me out.
No, I feel
We're
like
crazy.
I don't know if you'll agree with this, but pretty much every trader I've met, successful trader, is on the spectrum. And traders watching me who aren't on the spectrum,
You're
like,
like, whoa, chill
Hold
out.
up.
Diagnosing everyone.
Don't
You know
think
what I
I'm
mean?
being like disrespectful, but everyone is like autistic, ADHD, like we're all tapped in some kind of way.
It's because it's so impulsive.
We could get on it.
I was gonna say, bro.
Wow,
I've got a
you
little
guys on the
something.
spectrum?
100%.
Yeah,
What,
undiagnosed.
ADHD? What are you?
I feel
I
like
reckon, yeah.
I feel like everyone is, but what are
Yeah.
you?
when you choose the path we've chosen, you almost like put
It's
yourself
it's-
on that spectrum. Like it
Yeah.
actually takes somebody crazy
I always say
to think
that.
you can achieve the things that we're trying to
Yeah,
achieve.
no
right now.
facts.
You have to be kind
But
of.
don't you think people that are like a little bit neurodivergent are actually, they have a superpower?
Yeah.
Because we're not
It's an
thinking
edge.
like the norm.
It's an
Yeah.
edge. It's an edge for sure. For sure, 110%. Obviously, as I told you guys in sort of the previous, or when we was on your pod, so make sure you guys watch that, right? Obviously, I'm Nigerian, so that means I'm a pocket watcher. So for those, I'm gonna say out there, like, I like to be transparent. So you don't have to say obviously how much you guys necessarily make, but what can one make if, again, a lot of our audience right now are like budding entrepreneurs? They potentially would have tried forex, may have had a crappy course that they went on. So like, what are some of the amounts of money that one can make and like the time span? Because you just said like placing a trade whilst also trying to do the school run. So, and you also said something about swing, which I know is something a longer kind of trading style. So what are the sort of, in a nutshell, my question, how much money can you make and over like what kind of period?
So, and I want to add, how much money would I need to get started? Because I'm interested.
Okay, well, I'll let you answer the second question.
Okay.
I'll go first. So today, let me tell you. Let me actually tell you. Where's my phone? I'll tell you and show you.
I love a bit of transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is today. £5,491.
Dollars.
She's not
Yeah,
lying, by
dollars,
the way.
but-
Fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and in a month,
That's full
I
fix.
won't say, but I'll show you guys. And then she can answer the next question. But it depends on where you are in your journey. So this is here. This is last month and this month. The net.
I'm definitely getting into trading.
But
Airbnb.
it's great. No, it's great. But you're also like, so I trade with prop firms. So I'm also giving 20% to the prop firm and it's converting from dollars to pounds. So it's not that. It's a little bit less.
But still, it's
still.
a very humble amount.
It It takes a long time to get there.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get there?
5 years, because I just switched from trading forex to indices. Now I trade US 30, so it's like 30 of the US stocks essentially crumbled together, companies.
Okay.
And realistically, it's a bullish asset, so I'm looking for buyers. I'm holding.
Okay.
But to put it into perspective, that's a great month.
Yeah, that's a great month. Summer was awful, 4 months, but then that in making up for 4 months is still someone's year.
Yeah. So January, February this year, I made 18 grand, like take home. That's what hit my account, 18 grand. Every month after that since, I've been going through it. So I've made nothing since. So now I am like back on a journey of like getting back to my discipline. Trading how I'm supposed to trade and not trading based off of my emotions
I
of
hear that a lot.
the shit that's been going on in my personal
I
life.
hear that a lot.
Because I think people don't understand how psychologically testing trading is. So because I had great 2 months of the year and then life started lifing, that follows through into trading.
Crazy.
But also as well, to add, like I've had a great month, but then I'll get humbled. So you
Like
do
a
get
quick
humbled.
loss.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
trade throughout the 6 weeks holidays, so I didn't make no money then from trading. So realistically, when you make the money, you can continue making money. Let's not be silly, but you should appreciate the money you've got and not go spend it on a Rolex unless you've got that 7, 8, 9 times.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of scammers in the industry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like you need a certain level of discipline.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know I don't have, so I'm out.
Yeah.
I'd be looking at
No, but it's a
trades and
struggle.
like,
No, but it's a struggle. And I always say to people, trading discipline is directly affected by your outside discipline. So if I look at my life in the last few months, I haven't really been going to the gym since summer, haven't really been reading, journaling, meditating, doing all of the things that I recommend people to do. Like I can give all the advice, I know exactly what to do, but sometimes me actually taking my own advice and doing the things,
Yeah, it can be difficult.
it's a whole different story.
And trading is 90% psychological. I keep coming in with these statistics, but it is.
It is.
Like if your mind is not in a good place, you're not going to make money in the charts, because also people that are trying to trade, they don't have money. So you're trying to chase the money, and what happens when you chase something? It runs away, cat and a mouse. So if you ain't disciplined and you ain't consistent with your discipline,
Okay, so folks, you heard it. It's a disciplined sport.
It is.
It's a disciplined sport.
That counts me out.
Yeah.
And then to your question of how much do you need to get
Yes.
started.
For those who want to get started.
So these days, it's very easy. When I first got into trading, it was the worst thing in the world. It was probably the worst thing that I could have done. So when I started, you had to have your own capital, either own capital or you had to go to other people for investment. Nowadays, we have things called prop firms or funding firms, which is essentially these companies who fund your trading. So you pay to basically do a challenge. So lowest challenges that are available is like 2.5k, and you'd pay probably like $20 for it. But then you have the higher end of the spectrum where you've got 200k accounts, which is more like £1,000.
So just so I'm clear, right? So you buy in to have access to that funding of that account.
Yes.
stimulated.
Okay.
But you have to prove yourself as a trader first.
Challenge. Okay, makes sense.
So you pay for the challenge, and then typically there are different variations of the challenge, but typically you would do 2 stages. So phase 1, you need to make between 8 to 10% profit. Phase 2, you have to make 5% profit. After you've completed that, the firm will then review your trades, ensure that you haven't been gambling or doing anything that goes against the rules of the firm, and then you get that capital to trade with, and then any profits you make, you keep 80%.
Oh, wow.
Which also as well, I think it's great because when I was trading, I was putting money into this unregulated broker, like overseas, just blowing my accounts. Like it took me a long time to be able to trade a lot of capital, because psychologically as well, going from making like £60, I was trading in pounds then, to making like 5k plus days, psychologically, like you have to be ready for it, because it's not easy. But also, it don't just stop at like 200k. You can get like max funded, so you can get like multiple 200ks. You can get there's multiple prop firms, so you can get like 5 prop firms, put them on a trade copier, and you could be making silly money. But it takes a long time to get there. I feel like a lot of traders glorify it, and I wouldn't suggest trading to anyone, realistically.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Unless you're like mentally prepared.
Yeah.
Or
For the
you go to a
roller
good
coaster as
yes, or you go to a good educator. But I would say if you're like just ego driven how we probably were in our first couple of years, it's going to be hard because you're going to get humbled and you need to be psychologically prepared. If you're not into personal development, trading ain't for you.
Trading makes grown men cry.
Interesting.
All those years I was doing football gambling, I should have put my money into the freaking stock market. Learn about it. Question. So, you guys obviously have your own podcast. How did you guys meet?
You tell the story.
So we both went to a event at Tape in London. It was EYL. Have you heard of them? Earn Your Leisure.
No.
So really big, like American, like stock investment type, like educators. So we both went to this event in Tape. It's actually crazy that we even got into the event. The queue to get into the event was like a mile long. So they like way oversold on the tickets. Because we're females, luckily enough, we managed to get in. So obviously Tape.
Yeah, of course.
Got to be like a certain type of female to get in there.
Standard.
So we managed to get in and we both ended up meeting the same person. So we didn't even meet at the event. We both met the same person, our friend Ninja, who was into like blockchain, crypto and stuff. So we both met him and then he was like, guys, like I've met Mads, I've met Katie, like I think you guys should like become friends. You know, you're both traders, blah, blah, blah. So I think we exchanged numbers and then both of us are really bad at replying to people, like just replying in general.
I don't think we ever texted.
We did what we did, but then we just never replied to each other.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Sums me up as a person.
No, literally. So we had this little conversation on WhatsApp and then we followed each other on Twitter and then another EYL event was coming up. We both tweeted the same kind of thing of like, we're going to this, like, is anyone else going? Should we do like a meet up before, like go for a meal or something? So then we both saw each other's tweets, messaged each other and we was like, shall we just do this together and like make this like kind of an event? So we did that and then I had a friend called Kieran and he saw what we was posting about and he was like, I want to be involved. So long story short, us three came together and created FX Connect, which was the first name of Wise Collective.
Okay.
And yeah, so we created forex events and yeah, it kind of grew from there. So we basically became friends and business partners at the same time.
Wouldn't recommend.
No, wouldn't recommend.
We clashed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We're females. We're emotional.
Yeah.
Independent.
Yeah.
Two alpha females. As
Okay. But they always say it's better to, and I think this is why we get along so well, because we met by business. We weren't friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We like, you got what you've got going on. I've got what I've got going on. Let's get together and and I'm sure there's a saying about, I'm sure you know the saying about,
Or business first type thing.
when you get into it with friends.
Yeah, it can get a bit murky sometimes.
You can get like, you're now talking about your friendship where when you're in, it's not about friends.
Yeah.
It's business.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's hard to draw that line when you're friends with somebody.
Yeah.
Do you know
Obviously,
what
you can
as well?
become friends, but if you start like that, then
Do you know what as well though? I feel like as well we have quite a grounded, like we still annoy each other.
I annoy you, bro.
I don't think.
Like we don't
Sometimes.
we don't make it aware. We don't make it aware. Like we get on with, we do it very well.
Yeah.
But like there might be like things that don't get done on time, and like I'll just keep my mouth shut as long as it gets done when it's meant to get done. I don't care. She might be annoyed at me.
We work very differently.
Yeah, we're very different. Like even like I tried to chill on the questions today because I'm so ADHD. Bless you. That
she's covered for like 1,000.
Yeah.
She's good.
She's good.
I
Blessed you
hope
1,000 times.
this. I know. I hope that the airborne.
Jesus. I'm sorry. You're all going to be ill. You're all going to be ill. I'm
There's
so
some flies
sorry.
in here and that anyway, so don't worry. I lost my trail of thought, but
I'm not going to stop now.
because I'm ADHD, like the last 2 episodes, I was like,
And I ended up just sitting there like...
in one episode, she was like rolling her eyes and everything. I just thought, I'm going to let you do it then this time. So like there's times when we're females, we're emotional, we annoy each other, but we work it out very well. Like even just like in trading, for example, our industry is very much who's the best, who can show the most materialistic stuff. Whereas we're not like that. If I have a bad month and she has a good month, I'm not like evil eye. Like she'll be like, come on, let's go. And I'll be the same to her.
That's good.
And I think that's hard to find in this industry. So it works well.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. We had an episode once called about Choose Your Circle Wisely, which is about the importance of being around the right people that can inspire you, motivate you, give you advice, and just understand. Like you both trade, you both got kids, so you have a certain level of understanding that maybe someone who doesn't just wouldn't. And I think that's quite nice. I think that's helped us
massively
along our journey.
Massively. One question for me. I know, okay, you sort of said you wouldn't advise people, but saying if you're like, cool, I've got that blanket discipline in my life, right? I go to the gym, I eat right, etc., etc., etc. What would you say? Again, we're always about practical steps, right? What would you say are some practical steps for either the dudes or the ladies who are looking to kind of get started in trading? What do you say, maybe like the 3 to 5 steps and where they would go when you to kind of get started?
So me personally, I would say go on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
literally write the question, how to trade forex,
Mm.
how to get started. Find someone that you like their character.
Mm.
People you got to see people's transparency. If they're just showing you, look what I've made from forex, no, stay away from them. Look for a good educator. If they've got a course, buy it. If it's ICT, stay away because it's so confusing. She hates ICT, but there's something called ICT. It's pretty much a cult. There's like 89,000 strategies in one. It makes it really confusing. So try
So
to find,
dramatic.
yeah, very dramatic. I'm quite
I
dramatic.
was going to say 89 sounds crazy.
But yeah, there's a lot of concepts, they call it, that they say is a strategy, and it just makes it more confusing. So just find something simple that you are like, right, this is very simple. My brain can comprehend this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because, and I'm not even just plugging myself, because I am like maybe one of 5 only people that do like trading psychological episodes where they actually focus on the brain and self-development behind trading, which a lot of people don't do. And try to grow your personal life and be disciplined is what I would say.
Nice.
I like that.
I agree. I think it's a very difficult industry to navigate. We did an episode recently on the podcast where we spoke to a guy who, so he came out of prison, learned how to trade in prison, but then when he came out, it was like navigating this industry. And I think it's so saturated with educators nowadays. Like when I started, there was like 3 or 4.
And prop firms.
And prop firms as well. So it's like, where do you even go? So I think what Katie said about like just looking on YouTube, seeing who do you kind of like vibe with more than anything.
And use all the free information.
Yeah, 100%. There's a website called babypips.com. That is pretty much where I recommend people to start, because it is just a free course of pretty much everything you'll need to know from trading. Obviously, you will then need to have to go to elsewhere to get like
The top up,
more like kind of like
comprehensive.
But the one thing I will say is stay away from anyone who is selling a course in Miami.
And stay away from people that are selling signals.
Yeah.
Don't try and like buy signals and think that your life's going to change, because people are trading different account sizes. People are trading at different times. If you see that trade 10 minutes later, that trade's already taken off.
Yeah, no to signals.
So yeah, stay away from signals.
Cool. That's really good. Guys, you heard of some really, really practical kind of steps. This is, I know we're kind of short on time, but this is sort of the part of the show where what's it even called again? Well, yeah, go on.
So, guys, this is a part of the show called Plug Bites, where normally myself or Freeman read out a quote or something that's inspired us or motivated us and made us want to share with the world. But as we have you 2 lovely guests on, can you both tell us something you've read, seen or watched that inspired you or motivated you that you maybe want to share with our audience? That's maybe helped you along your journey.
Could I actually make this about myself?
Go for it. Even better.
So I went through deep, dark trauma, and I never felt good enough for 20 years of my life. I was depressed. I was suicidal. I just didn't feel worthy. And I just didn't know how to get out of like the 9 to 5. Always tried to find a way to make money until I actually went inwards. And like, obviously, yes, I'd done the self-development books, I'd done the podcast and everything. But until I actually learned how to just sit still and listen to myself, listen to my thoughts, and be at peace with myself, that's when my life changed.
Thank you for sharing.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And yourself.
I'm thinking like,
I'm not going to be like, but not, like genuinely,
Yeah.
like I got me here. That's because of my experience. But I could also give a good book. And a good book?
Yeah, give us a bonus. 2 for 1.
I'm going to go like far, because people say the regular self-development ones, but The Mountain Is You.
The Mountain is
It's
You.
a really good book.
Okay.
Who's that?
I'm a reader. I've never heard of that one before.
I think her name's Brianna Wiest or Brian West,
Okay.
something like that.
Probably get that up in the screen somewhere. But yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Thank you.
I think for me, I would say I'm gonna say keep it on the book vibe.
Okay.
You already know what I'm gonna say. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah. Fine.
So I've read a lot of books. I started reading when I was I think I was 16 when I first read The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read Outwitting the Devil when I think I was 18 when I first read Outwitting the Devil, and that completely shifted my perspective. I always knew that the world was fucked, but reading that, so essentially it's like it's the author having a conversation with the devil, and a lot of people when I speak about it, a lot of people are like, whoa, like especially like Christians, they're like, oh, we don't talk about the devil. But that book is basically an explanation of pretty much everything that's going on in the world today. How the devil, quote unquote, uses propaganda to kind of infiltrate our minds in schools, churches, and essentially gets us to drift. So essentially anyone who isn't on the path of like following their purpose is a drifter. So that for me is like when I can feel myself, like it's, for example, the last few months of my life, I've been drifting through life. I've just been doing what I need to do just to get by, not really focusing on what is my passion, what is my purpose. So I think that book definitely changed and inspired me, and still to this day, when I listen to I listen to the audiobook quite often. It's just like a reminder of like, stop drifting. You need to get back on your shit. So yeah, I think that's
like
the
that.
main
Yeah,
thing that
I
I
like that.
keep.
That's powerful.
See, successful people read. We done an episode, a
few episodes back.
few episodes back about the importance of reading and how reading can change your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wasn't just chatting rubbish.
Yeah,
guys.
literally.
Look,
Yeah.
reading is important.
It is.
100%.
It is.
So,
100%.
guys, thank you
It
for
is.
sharing that.
But guys, thank you so much for jumping on the pod. We really appreciate your time. But as always, where can people sort of find you on? Obviously, shout out, plug yourself.
So I'm at It's Katie with 2 E's, Rose with 2 E's, and Rose Collective.
Mads the Trader on Instagram, Mads the Trader on Twitter and TikTok, and yeah, Wise Collective Network on YouTube.
Okay.
Lovely. So before we go, I remember watching a video of you now.
Really?
And on that video, you spoke about getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and the importance of that. And I shared that with my partner. I was like, look, see, 5 o'clock. Club,
Really?
5 a.m. club.
Yeah,
You've
5
got to
a.m.
get up
club.
early. I remember now. Yeah.
That book as well, the 5 a.m. Club.
Robert Shana,
Huge.
big boy book. But I've told you
Huge.
about that. 5 a.m.
Yeah,
club.
I'm not
I read
part
that.
of that. Okay.
I read the
Club.
5 a.m. club when I first started my business.
Really?
Yeah.
I only
it's
read that
such a
last
good book.
year after I was in the 5 a.m. Club, and then I discovered the book, and that kind of like proper, you have to do this.
Yeah. 5 a.m. club. Yeah, I remember that video.
waking up
now.
early.
Yeah. I was like, babes, get up at 5 a.m. You can do it.
Yeah, it's hot. You know, it's
It's
hard.
not easy.
It's hard.
It's not easy. It's really not.
Especially
it's
the dark
worth it.
days.
And not
Yeah.
just that, like,
Winter.
just I said this to you before. It's having the discipline to go to bed at a decent time,
Yes.
so you can get up at 5.
Yes.
That's where it's hard.
Mine isn't that. Mine is if it's winter and it's cold outside, when it's dark and the sun's not shining, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because yeah, naturally, you're not really wanting to wake up.
Yeah, there you have it.
But guys, thank you so much for having us. As always, guys, please make sure you're liking, you're subscribing. Make sure you tell a friend, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell his mistress. Please tell her. She's reading books. She's trading. She's probably doing better than you. But as always, guys, please make sure. Love, love, love.
Elevate.